He'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big, because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is. A big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you worked confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
A good pickup there, a 22. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Red zone opportunity. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Perryman, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll go on the ground. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. The slot man in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Watch right. Set. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch then.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Slot man moves right. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And it's good to make it 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Brandon Coleman was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. And we take a look at the starting lineup defensively.
If your day involves blocking Danny Shelton, you better pack lunch and dinner. It's an all-day job.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Play clock winding down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And now the offense operates in the red zone. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal from the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Hogan now. This ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And now Baltimore gets gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now Hogan. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that'll be good for Baltimore first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. They'll come out in the pistol.
No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there, now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in. And now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
They come out here in the eye.
No, check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Muscles him off. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go.
Hogan now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So completion on second down, that brings up third.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
A handoff as they run the counter play. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch, but still,
No yardage.
okay.
Looking to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
It's taken to the 26. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Hogan. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And this is going to be incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Detroit! Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
And the offense in a great spot. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he'll bang that one through. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Now, check, Patriots. Set, B-19. Watch him now, Barney.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Coleman. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. Back to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back now in Columbus. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Hogan now going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it. Blue.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Another pistol look here.
Watch it now, Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. Time for a break. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go. Blue 90. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39.
And second and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here now the offense heading back out there. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And a quick throw here, that's complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of down.
That's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets him a little bit closer. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he puts it through. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The slot man in motion right. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now Hogan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Hogan now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the home team here, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati.